So, somebody wanted to see what all my trailer has. We've done the interior video. Stroll over here and I'll talk through what I got. So right here, this is a 5/16 chain. It's good to 4,400 pounds. This, tire chains, snap binders, tire chains. You can see I've got ratchets right there. And then over there, that's my 3/8 chain. That's good to 6,700 pounds thereabouts. And more snap binders. Then up top, that box has got my grill. Ask me about my grill. And then some edge protection. So today's business is a telehandler and a skid steer, track loader, and a couple of job boxes. Up front on my 10-foot step, I've got 3 winches, 2 on the driver's side, 1 on the passenger side. I can handle more, obviously. I've got ratchets to do that. Then underneath you've got, because it's a step deck, it's got a step. That's where the landing gear are. That gray box has these plates in there. I'm not going to open it up because I don't need to. These plates have a 6,700 pound working load limit, and they go in the J-track. A lot of people have them on step decks. Then underneath the trailer, because I'm the king of random stuff, you can see I've got more edge protection. I've got a crap ton of bungees. Oh, bungees. You can see on the headache rack, I've got more. And then on top of it, because this used to apparently pull a reefer, I've got a load lock thing. Well, this load lock holder holds my broom. And then those fantastic work lights that do me a hell of a lot of good right now. And the condenser for my air conditioning unit. My box. People always ask about my box. So, it's a little discombobulated because as you drive, things shift. It just happens. The 2 stacks right there are all 40-foot straps. Because when you've got a 10-foot load over the deck, and you pretty much need a 40-footer to be able to get over it. Then I've got my 4-inch ratchets, I've got my strap winder, I've got little nubbies for edge protection, and then these 2 deep stacks of them are all 30-foot straps, which need replacing. It's about that time. And then you can see the empty spots on the sides. If you see my pictures, which I'll put right here, those are where the jacks and the ramps go. And this is them set up to be able to load the telehandler. You've got a bar that pins through, and these ramps are each are rated for 23.5 per axle. They're also leveling ramps, so I've got doodads that go into the stake pockets on the trailer and let me put these sideways like this on the trailer so I can load 53-foot flat if it can handle being on levelers. And then these jacks let me be able to either run it flat like I have right now, because you can see it's flat, or I can raise them up, which gives you, I can lower it down or raise it up depending upon what needs to be done with doing different things. And I also can strap them down to the front deck to be able to load stuff on top. And that's basically it. Got multiple tie downs, 1 per corner on here. A lot of people go, oh, snap binders. Well, I prefer my ratchets, especially for wheeled implements. It just keeps things nice and clean. And this is right on the edge. And dress up the chain best you can when you can, so it doesn't go all sloppy the junk wagon around. Sure would be nice if they had cleaned their equipment prior, but beggars can't be choosers, and this is paying me a good little bit to go down to Phoenix. So you see how it's a spread axle right now. This control down is for down to the road and up to load. You switch it up and it will dump this bag on this axle, overinflate the rear axle, and lock the rear axle's brakes and leave the front ones loose. That way that I can slide it from where it is now to that wheel well that you see in the middle. As you can see, there's a wheel well right there. It'll pick the whole trailer up if it's not too heavy, and it'll go. And right now we're looking at 80 pounds of pressure in the bags. That 80 pounds of pressure ends up being multiply here, homework. I already did it, so I know I'm legal. But 80 psi times freaking 475. What's the answer? It's above 34,000, isn't it? But it's under 40,000. Well, since it's over 34,000, what does that mean? It means I have to run spread in back because of the fact that it would exceed the weight I could carry with a closed tandem. Each of these axles can carry 20,000 pounds, and back here, before anything else, the empty trailer by itself, we're talking 9,800 pounds thereabouts. So because the load weight in the rear is such that it's over 34,000, I've got to run spread. I normally don't like running spread because having closed, one, it's Cali illegal without even thinking about it, which is nice. Two, simple fact is that I'm more maneuverable. When a lot of people like to try to make fun of flatbedders can't back, blah blah blah. Well, for one, most places we pick up and deliver, you're pull through. Like this is a perfect example because I'm literally straight pulled through to a field. But when you're dealing with a spread, now here's the thing: when you've got a closed tandem like my truck does, and we'll go over the drives. When you've got a closed tandem, right there where my hand is, that's your pivot point. It's between the axles for your rear axle. That is the pivot point, and then your front steers. That's your turning radius. It actually scrubs that rear tire outwards and the front tire inwards at the same time. Well, with a step deck, you're talking a pivot point that's between two axles. It's literally right there where that wheel well is. That's the pivot point. And not only that, but depending upon any imperfections in the terrain, where your load is, different stuff, that pivot point goes around. So the trailer functionally, even while you're backing up, has a shifting pivot point in the rear. So it makes it a little more complicated. And a door slammer, dry vanner, reefer boy ain't gonna understand it. They'll try to make fun of it, and we'll just laugh at our higher rates and more fun. Yeah. Oh yeah, part of why I have a step deck. See what those are doing? What are those? Those are tarps. Fuck tarps. I hate tarps. But because I've got a step deck and I can self-load equipment, I carry equipment, which means I have 4 chains, 8 binders, and total of 3 straps I'm using. Well, we're not done yet, because I've got this mess right here, which I'm still trying to decide what I'm gonna do. Let's see this. That mess right there. I got the bucket and those 2 welding sawhorses, or where the hell they is. Probably just gonna run a chain around the whole damn thing and call it a day. Anyway, that's a small tour of the exterior. Anyway, you guys have a good one. Keep the dirty side down and have a good day.